To our distinguished parents and staff,
to those joining from at home and abroad,
and to our cohort, the class of 2021. Thank you for being here with us at our Uwcsea Dover graduation ceremony. My name is Erynn Lau.
And my name is Uwcsea, and we are so honored to be a part of today's celebrations.
From my place beside Elena, I cannot believe we are addressing you all. In preparation, us mustered together our stories, insights, and final wishes for a rather unbelievable group of our dear senioritis-stricken peers. Unbelievable because in order to be here today, 321 of us resisted our beds during 2 months of online learning. Because 90% of us saved our IAs from the science block fire, and because we care for one another, evident from the magnitude of sappy Leavers Week grams. Whether you outgrew your sky blue polo or scrubbed stains from your not-so-white shirts, whether you dominated the library quiet section or the handball court, or whether you celebrate today teary or dry-eyed, thank you for contributing your voice to the class of 2021. Up ahead, our days are unrecognizable. Our friends, our families are letting us go to set our sails and test the winds. If only for now, we must make our many goodbyes and witness our relationships shift and change. Today, I would like to say one such goodbye to Elena, if you'll bear with me. I admit our first day as friends is difficult to pinpoint, unreliable as memory can be. But for approximately 7 years, she has made an intrinsic part of my story at UWC. We entered the 5th and 6th grade together, two very different individuals facing down middle school. To picture her back then, Elena was, and still is, bold, generous with her judgments, and never afraid to push herself. In short, terrifying. Yet I accredit to her my early knowledge of plus en vous. There is more in you. I've watched her be courageously true to herself, and I know I'm the person I am today because of who she challenged me to be. Meaningful friendships we made in these years will evolve into the future. Now I can look back on those angsty junior, middle, and high school years and see the people who uplifted and celebrated me. Today, give yourself a moment to reflect on who and what led you here. Our connection to one another gave us strength to weather the uncertain waters ahead.
Grade 12 was a bit of a roller coaster for many of us sitting in the audience today. We shared happy activities like UN night and morning freeze, but we also faced numerous challenges like vulnerability, burnout, and grief. An abnormally high number of us lost loved ones this year, and we were unable to be physically present for funerals. I thought I'd used up all my bad luck when my cousin lost his fight with brain cancer last summer. But in the Easter holidays, where I was planning to do most of my revision, I was rushed to the hospital for an emergency appendectomy. Then, just to add insult to injury, I developed a nasty allergic reaction to the antibiotics I was taking. But in some ways, I was very lucky. My mum knew the warning signs of appendicitis, which meant I avoided a life-threatening burst appendix. The timing, although frustrating, could have been far worse. If it was just a couple of weeks later, I would have been taking my Chinese exam lying flat on a hospital bed. I can't even read Chinese in my head the right way up, so that would have been really unfortunate. These moments can feel insurmountable when you're in the middle of them, but it does get better. Crises can reveal an inner strength and show you the power of your support system. Erynn is a major part of mine. She has been an absolute icon from the beginning, and at this stage probably knows me better than I do. Knowing you have someone who will listen uncritically and give you unconditional support makes a world of difference in tough times.
Now, for many of us, our parents form the foundation of these support networks. They have seen it all, from the ecstatic joys of CSAC victories to those exhausted, tremulous moments. Our guardians were often the first to model how to take challenges in stride, multitask unsuccessfully, and face life with good humor. It is now our joy to see our parents as their own individuals and watch them grow with us. Our teachers, too, were a welcome source of support, whether it was staying after school to reteach us the things we didn't learn and pay attention to during online learning, consoling us at our low points, or offering questionable life advice. Each of them contributed in their own way to our UWC journey, and for that we are very grateful. It was also a bit of a miracle that we were able to have our whole final year in person. Against the odds, our support staff has granted us normalcy, providing us with the environment and space to be the best people we can be. For the dependability of classrooms, for your warmth, and for the beautiful campus we call home, thank you to our facilities and admin teams.
Now we would like to invite you to pause and take in this moment. It's one of our last few as students of UWC and could be the last you spend with some of the people around you. Whether it was 2, 8, or 14 years, our time at the college has flown by. Soon we will be in the next stage of our lives, and our Dover Road experiences will fade to a warm memory. But this doesn't mean we are no longer part of the community. If the pandemic has taught us anything, it is that bonds of love and friendship don't need physical proximity to remain strong. So as we depart and join the vast alumni network, remember to look out for one another. Check in with people that you haven't spoken to in a while. Say thank you and goodbye to those who have made a difference in your life. Be kind to yourself and to others, because you never know the impact it may have. As we near the end of the speech, we would like to make one last thank you. Class of 2021, you made our lives so much more colourful, and now we have made it, all the way to the end. We hope that no matter where in the world you find yourself next year, it marks the beginning of a wonderful new chapter.
Thank you.